Hi, this is Wayne from howtofish.com.au and I'm fishing the Point Lonsdale Pier. It's a great fishing platform. It's surrounded by rocks and weed, which is a great place for fish to hide. And on one side you've got the open ocean, so just about any type of fish can come in here and it's possible to be caught. The predominant species of fish in these waters is wrasse or parrotfish. They've got sharp teeth and they move fast, and while there's plenty of them and they'll take your bait, they're quite difficult to extract because the moment you hook them they rush into the weed. So getting them out of the weed before they lock themselves away is pretty tough, but it's a great challenge. The best way to fish a structure like this is to cast directly down. In other words, just drop your bait straight down. The jetty or pier itself is actually providing structure, so the fish are going to be around that. And then all you do is, once you've actually dropped it down, is be careful to watch your rod to make sure as soon as you get a bite, you can lift the fish out. Attractants work really well in waters like this, so having your burley, such as bite hard burley, and various types of bait dips will make a really big difference to not only attracting fish, but to improve your hookup rate. All I used on the day was little pieces of chicken, burley pellets, burley, and my bait dips, and that was enough to get plenty of fish coming along.
Well, there's plenty of these little wrasse about in this water if you know what you're doing, and while they're small and you have to put them back, they're good fun to catch.
As I said before, in fishing this structure you just drop your bait straight down, and then what you've really got to do is feel for those bites, because the moment you get the bite you've got to actually strike and then lift that fish. These are small fish, but they're surprisingly strong and they'll take you directly into the weed. Now this fish that I caught here, this is a little fish, but it fought quite well, and of course you can see the weed that it swam into. Be prepared to lose fish and some tackle in these conditions. These parrotfish aren't bad eating. The legal size is 27 centimeters. I got a lot of fish on the day, and really is a bit of a challenge to get through the small ones. But if you do it properly, if you use attractors to get the fish in, the small ones always come first. That's pretty natural, but larger ones will follow. So I was continuing to get bites, getting the fish out, did lose plenty, got plenty of weed, but small fish like this were coming all the time. So I'm putting a lot of fish back, but ultimately things started to improve. While I was fishing, I continued to throw in my blood and guts burley pellets, and they really made a difference to the fish in the area. Then I was using, as I said, small pieces of chicken, but the reason it was so attractive is I was using it in dip, and of course these fish have small mouths, so I was only using small hooks and small bait to attract them. The whole idea was that you get a bait that they want, you make it more attractive by putting it into a dip, you use your burley, you get it in the right place, and by continuing to put it in the same place each time, you get those fish. As you can see, I'm just dropping it straight down. I'm just swinging it out into a clear patch where there's no weed. And this was only a small patch, so the moment that I got a bite I had to move because the fish would obviously swim into the weed as protection. So I just made sure that I was alert, I was holding the rod, I had some tension on the line so I could feel everything, and it didn't take too long before I was starting to feel bites. And of course, as soon as you feel a reasonable take, you've got to lift your rod, bring that fish up. But this was only taking a couple of minutes before I'd get a bite and hook a fish. Unfortunately many were small, but that's just the price of fishing in these conditions. And not all the fish were small. If you use the burley properly, eventually some bigger fish will come in. So this nice bream took my bait, put up a bit of a fight, and it was something I could take home. So if you've enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. And for any of the gear and tactics that I was using, go to my website, howtofish.com.au. See you next time.